Hi, welcome to Doing Outdoors. I'm Benj, and we're up the land today, going to turn this railway carriage into the farrowing pen for the 2 pregnant pigs that we've got. Now Bacon, she's our pink pig and she's due first. She's due on the 8th of June, which is about 10 days until she's due to give birth. So I've got to pull my finger out and get farrowing pen sorted. Originally we were going to build another building on the side of the tin shed, but unfortunately we had a fox attack and it's killed the chickens that were living in this railway carriage. And although that was terrible news, it's given us the opportunity now to make good use of this for the pigs. So we've got to clear it out. A lot of the wood around the base of this railway carriage is rotten, so I need to cut up some ply and make sure there's no drafty holes that are going to make these piglets get cold. Clear the thing out, put some clean bedding in, patch up the walls and just make it comfortable. So I'm in the railway carriage now, and to be honest it's probably the perfect size to turn into 2 farrowing pens. It's about 20 foot long and 8 foot wide, so I can split it into 2 pens. The indoor area will be 8 foot by 10 foot, and they'll have the same amount of space outside, which is all penned in. So it'll be a nice little contained area for both Bacon and Bertha to give birth to their piglets. Big Bertha's going to be farrowing a week after Bacon, or at least that's her due date. But you can see on the floor in here the remnants of the chickens from the fox attack. There's feathers all over the place. Now I'm going to be catching up with Mr. Fox sooner or later. We've been on this piece of property about 14 months now, and although I've seen foxes around, I've not bothered them because they hadn't bothered me. But now it seems they're becoming brazen and willing to break into my pens to take my birds. I'm going to have to implement some control measures to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again. And especially with the pigs farrowing in here, I don't want these foxes running off with day-old piglets. That would be an absolute disaster. So over the next couple of days I'm going to be sitting out here with my rifle, make sure that this fox that's raided the pen is going to get dealt with properly. So the materials that I've got to patch up this railway carriage to make it a decent farrowing pen, in fact the materials that I've got to do a number of jobs around the place, are all gathered off building sites. I'm an electrician, I still work full-time on big building sites around the country, and you'd be amazed on the amount of waste or product that's over-ordered or used once for something like a fence, and then they take it down and throw it in the skip. So I'm there with my hand out trying to catch anything for free. And you can see behind me got a big pile of timber, and under this roof sheeting that's a big pile of plywood. Some of it's brand new, never been used, some of it's been used once for a fence, but for patching in rotten railway carriages it's ideal. I'm not doing all this work on my own today. I bought some backup. Charlie's come, he's going to help build the farrowing pen. So first of all we need to get it cleared out, so we'll set this camera up, get some tools out of the shed and get cracking. So we've been at this for about an hour and the railway carriage is as clean as we're going to get it. But now you can really see where the wood's missing from around the bottom of this railway carriage, where it's all rotted away, and that's where we need to patch it in with some ply. You can see one piece of ply that I installed when we got the pigs last year to try and keep them warm and comfortable. But now we're going to use this for the baby pigs. We need to make it a little bit better. So we'll go over now to where I'm storing the ply and we'll cut some strips to make it airtight or draft proof at least. The end of this stick. So we've got all the pieces of wood cut that I think we're going to need. 6 pieces of ply, all cut to the correct size. We'll just get a box of screws, an impact gun, fix them up, try and cut these drafty holes out. One. That's it.
Lost it. On that. And then last one. That's as far as. Oh no, I've gone too low.
Just straighten it a bit. Lovely. Proper job. So we've got all the pieces of wood screwed in around the bottom. As you can see, Charles been on the impact gun.
Yeah.
Reckoned he could do it better than me. But you can't see light around the bottom of any of these panels now.
And we got attacked by termites or whatever
They're not termites. There seems to be a lot of mites in here where the chickens were. There's obviously a lot of nooks and crannies for these mites to live in, and we're getting absolutely covered with them. So I'm going around with a blowtorch, scorching anywhere I think these things can hide. But ultimately, the pig pen is almost finished. We'll go over now, fetch a couple of bays of straw and make it more homely.
Quite heavy. Get the knife, cut the string.
Pull the strings out, so we're saving the strings.
There's one. There's two. Save them. Each half.
Yeah. It's now the day after when we sorted the farrowing pen for the pigs, and what we're going to try and do now is walk bacon round from the pen they're in into this farrowing pen. We've bought some scraps of food up with us, some carrots and some cobs to lure her to where we want her. It's just whether we're fast enough to keep up with her.
Wasn't even that hard.
I think she knew where she wanted to go.
No, no.
Well, that was a lot easier than I was expecting. But she's on her own now in a farrowing pen. She's got a 9 foot by 8 foot indoor space and the same outdoors. She'll be happy in it. Into a pen, we've just chucked a fresh box of grass clippings in there as a housewarming present. She's got 2 bales of straw in here to make herself a nest. Hopefully she'll be happy. So that's it, task complete. Farrowing pen sorted, 1 pig moved in. We won't move Bertha in here until next weekend. So that's all we've got time for on this one. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't done already, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time.
I do not know where its mum is.